Here in Houston, Texas, we have a lot of hot weather, but every once in a while in the winter, we get cold snaps. And when we get the heat and the cold and the cold and the heat, our garage doors don't like it. They become stiff. The springs don't like it either. They don't like the extremes going back and forth, and they can snap. So I've brought an expert on to talk about this, Cody Johnson from Garage Door Doctor. Hey, Cody, how are you?
Hey Jim, how you doing?
I'm living a dream. Thank you so much for asking. So let's talk about winter time. We get these cold snaps, and in the winter, generally here in Houston, we can expect temperatures in the 50s and 60s during the day. But sometimes we get lows that go down in the 20s or maybe even the teens for a period of time. Can that affect the functioning of our garage doors?
Oh, absolutely. It can affect it many different ways. It almost I kind of refer to it as a snap, crackle, and pop. So if you ever hear that loud pop, it's the springs breaking. They do not like the extremes, either hot or cold. And if your house is somewhere between 3 to 5 years old, or maybe up to 7 or 10, if you hear a loud shotgun noise or a loud pop, but the whole house kind of shakes, you know, run out there and see if the spring is broken. If not, then call the cops. Okay. So, but yeah, the extreme cold, it can break quite a bit of parts on the doors and the openers. What we find the most common is the torsion system or the spring system going, which is, the muscle of the door. It's what makes the door a lot lighter. You could have anywhere from 150-pound door to a 900-pound door. If the spring breaks, it's going to be hard to lift, and the opener won't be able to do it. So, kind of think about that. You won't be able to get your car out, go to work, go to the store, take kids to school. So that'd probably be the most common thing. But the other things that we find is that the wood frame around the door kind of swells, and the door rubs against it a lot more, and it's getting stuck on there. So, and then you can have doors off tracks because of that. And then also, of course, a lot of these openers, the contractor grade openers have plastic parts, plastic gears. So they're just stripping. They get brittle and they strip and break. And there's a lot more stress. Everything is stiff and kind of rough to push down. One thing that you could do to prevent some of that is have us come out and do tune-ups to it, lubricate it, make sure that door's running perfectly before the extreme weather temperature comes to hit us. And if it is a concern, we also have insulated steel back doors that have like R value of a 19, as high as an R value of a 19 insulation value. And we can keep those garages warmer during the winter and cooler during summer.
Yeah. I was thinking about the stress on the garage door opener and on the spring when there is friction. And so I was thinking about the cold weather and thinking about the people up north. So picture this, you got a 60-year-old guy who's out there shoveling snow. Now, if he was inside watching the football game, not a lot of stress on his heart. When he's out there shoveling snow in the cold, he's more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke. Same thing with your garage door, right? If it's cold, all right, there's already an issue with the extreme cold weather. If you've got some friction there and the garage door is not running well, those plastic gears, which are cold, could literally snap and break. And of course, that coil, which is under tension, that there is designed to really keep the door balanced to go up and down. And it's under pressure, right? That spring. It's a coil. Most of them. Some aren't.
Extreme
But
tension. It's
yeah.
extreme tension. It can
And
hurt you.
so it's a coiled spring, and it's up there at the top of the garage door when it's down. Just look at it. That's what most of us have, right? And it is like a ticking time bomb. Because when it does break, and it will eventually break, it goes bang, like Cody said. And so in the extreme temperatures, there's more likely to be a problem. So have Cody and his team come out, have them take a look at everything to make sure that everything is running smooth before the cold temps.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better.
All right. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim.